Okay, whew. Just gonna swing my arms, smack my own back. Teach myself a lesson. So let's start with arm circles with your palm facing out. If you even wanted to stand beside a wall and just run your hand along the wall, or just imagine you have a wall beside you, and then do the other side. It's a really nice stretch to start. Because we did do some upper arm work yesterday, so let's focus on that first. Shoulders and neck. And then I'm just going to do shoulder shrug, like a big shrug of the shoulder. Shoulder shrug. I'm going to take my right arm and put it across my chest. And I'm actually going to put all the weight of that arm in my left hand and then pull it across. That way the muscles on my shoulder are relaxed while I pull this across and stretch. Whee! Doody-doo. I'm going to take that same arm and put it behind my back. And then I'm going to take this hand and just pull that arm. And then I'm going to teeter side to side. All right. Other arm, left arm, across the chest, weight in the other hand so it can relax. Pull it across. My shoulder's lifting up quite high. That tells me super, super tight. So I want to just reset my scapula, put my hands straight out at my sides, and drop my hands down. Relax that shoulder, and then let's try it again. There we go. Put the weight in your hand, and then pull. Still super tight. Put the same hand behind my back. I'm going to grab this hand, pull it in tight, and then rock side to side. Teeter. Perfect. Wiping and joiping. Now relax my hands down at my sides. Bring my elbows in, hands together, hands out again. Just the hands. And then drop your arms down. It's just a really good way to reset your scapula and relax those shoulders down. Then I'm going to put my chin down, and I'm just going to rock side to side. If you feel pain when you do this, you shouldn't be doing it. Chin back up. I'm just going to do like a circle with my chin. Down, up. So a circle with chin. Down, up. Back to center. Chin back. Chin forward. Back to center. One ear to shoulder, the other ear to shoulder, side to side. Because of my previous injuries with my neck and shoulders, whenever I do work on my upper arms, this part of me gets super tight. All right. So I'm going to take my right ear towards my right shoulder. And I'm going to put my right hand, right on that ear, on my left ear, and then push that ear into the hand. to slide that hand up to the top of my head and gently stretch. And then bring my chin forward. If you're feeling any pain when you do anything to do with the neck, do not do it. Always. Okay, left ear, left shoulder, left hand on my right ear. Push my right ear into my left hand. And my right hand, I'm just going to push towards the floor. Just have that extra stretch. And I'm going to relax, bring my hand to close to the top of my head. Nice gentle stretch. And then bring my chin forward. Back to center. All right. Let's do a nice slow toe touch down to those feet. Nice and slow and controlled. And hang those arms. Whew. Do arm circles while the arms are hanging. We're just going to lubricate those shoulders. Kind of like you're stirring a pot. Change direction. All right. Come back up. Nice and slow. Relaxed. Shoulders back. Grab your hands and pull. Push the chest forward. Nice. You can either stay in this position or you could hinge at that hip and lower your upper body down. And let gravity sink those hands up. Stretch the shoulder just a little extra. And then come back up. Whew. All right, let's go to the floor. So I'm going to put my hands to my feet and walk down into a plank. And then drop my knees down. And go right into cat-cow. So, hips towards the ceiling, hip bones towards the ceiling. Nice tucking those butt cheeks right under. And then we switch. Turn those hip bones towards the floor. Bring eyes and chest forward. There we go. I'm going to bring my left foot beside my left hand. Now you could either go up on your toes on the back or just stay on the knee. I'm going to take my left hand, loop it under my right arm, and then twist towards the ceiling. Under, over. Like that. Wee. Now, if you are okay with kneeling on the knee in the back, then, or you could put padding under there, or you could just sit down on your side and do the 90-90 hip stretch if it's too much for your knee. Otherwise, come straight up into 90-90 position. Put both your hands forward. Really focus on tighten up the tummy a bit so you have helps with your balance. And then just bring that arm all the way back. And then back to front. We're just doing our alligator stretch in a kneeling pose. Okay, now take this hand, these hands in front. Instead of going straight back, I want you to do a rainbow and go all the way like an arm circle to the back and then rainbow back. Back and forward. Whoops. Really challenging on the balance, which is kind of part of this right now. There we go. Back to front. Hands on your hips. You can slide forward, stretch, and come back to center. And you're going to push your hip out away from the knee. So if your right knee's in the front, you're going to push your hip out to the left, out to the right, or opposite. So right now my left knee is forward and I'm messing myself up. So I'm going to push my right hip out. And then I'm going to take my right arm and go all the way over my body. Stretch. And while you're doing this, now if you can, push that hip forward. Come back to center, put your hands on your hips and do hip circles. And if you like, you can put your hands down and do hip circles with your hands to support yourself. But we're just trying to do that back hip. That's the one that's doing the circles. So my left leg's forward, so my right hip is just doing circles. Perfect. Hands down on the floor. I'm going to move my left knee back and now put my right knee forward. Take my right hand, loop it under my left arm, and turn my body and look to the ceiling where my hand is reaching. And then go back under again. Whee. This side is so much tighter. What? As usual. Loop, stretch. And then I'm going to come up 90-90. Both hands forward. And now I'm going to stretch out the other way. So whatever knee is forward, that's the side that you turn towards when you bring that hand back. All the way back. Alligator stretch in a kneeling position. Some reason you can't do this, you could just be laying on your side doing the same thing. One more time. Forward, back, watch your balance. Now I'm going to do this movement, but in a rainbow position. Here we go. Rainbow all the way up, stretching that shoulder, and all the way forward again. And again, stretch. Whee. One more. Oops. Really hard for balance for me anyways. All right, hands on my hips. I'm going to push now, my right knee's in the front, so I'm going to push my left hip out to the side and bring that left arm over my head and stretch. And then if you like, you can push that hip forward a bit. Stretch. Get all those flexors stretched out. And then when you come back to center, I want you to imagine making hip circles with that back hip. Whee. There we go. Excellent. All right, hands back down. We're going to go right to our butts. Into a cross-leg position. Nice and relaxed. Let gravity pull those knees down. I want you to take a deep breath in. Imagine lengthening the spine and the top of your head's going towards the ceiling, and let it go. Again, deep breath in. Hands on the floor in front of you, and as you breathe out, reach forward. I can't go very far forward. But I'm going to take a deep breath in, come nice and tall. And then as I breathe out, go forward again. And I'm just going to hold and try to relax those hips. Let go, hips. Let go. Come back up. Oh, I sure feel that in my hips. They're so tight. I'm going to put the bottoms of my feet together, grab my toes, make my spine tall, and hinge those hips forward, or hinge at the hip forward. I'm pulling my torso forward. I'm trying not to round my back too much. We did do a lot of work on the inner thigh yesterday, so that's the purpose of this one. I called yesterday my flap workout because we're working on the flappy parts. Oh, I think it's funny. All right. Left leg goes out to the side. Right foot bottom goes on the inside of my thigh. All right. Now I'm going to put my hands on either side of that left leg and roll the hands forward and stretch. Just go as far as you can go comfortably, knowing that you're stretching but not hurting anything. Come back up, deep breath in, nice tall spine, and as you breathe out, go forward again. I really feel this in the back of my hip, lower back on the side where my knees bent. And I'm trying to imagine as I take a deep breath in and breathe it out that I'm letting all those hip flexors that are fighting me let go. Deep breath in. Let go. Let it go. I'm going to sit back up. And this is my right knee that's bent. So I'm going to take my right arm over my head and stretch over to my side. So much so that I can put my elbow and hand on the floor. Whew, that's a tight one. My knee's lifting up a bit, but I'm just going to allow it. I'm trying to keep my butt cheeks on the floor. Back to center. Let's put that right leg out. So now my feet are doing a V. I'm going to take my hands and roll forward. Woo. And come back up. Slightly lift my knees up off the floor. Put my hands on the floor again in front of me. Deep breath in, and as I breathe out, roll forward. If you can, straighten those legs and lower those knees down. Some of those yoga ladies, they can go put their face right on the floor. I'm astounded. I am not one of those girls. All right, back up. Left foot on the inside of that right thigh. Hands on either side of the right leg. Deep breath in, and as you breathe out, roll those hands forward. And hold. Keep taking nice, beautiful deep breaths. and let those resistant hip flexors go. Deep breath in. Let it go. That person that stole your parking spot, they don't matter. Deep breath in. Let it go. Come back up. This is my left knee bent, so my left arm's going to go over my head so far that I can put my hand and elbow on the floor, and I'm using it as leverage and trying to push my knee away towards the floor. Trying to keep my butt cheeks on the floor too. It's super challenging for me. I have very tight hips, always have. And back to center. Awesome. Good show. All right. Let's stretch those hips just a little more. Not strip your hips. We probably did that just by living. Okay, so 90 degrees in every angle. All right. I'm going to take my chest and put it on my shin towards my foot best I can. Just let go. Just let go of everything and sink into the floor. Let everything go. Anything that bothers you, just let it go as you breathe out. Deep breath in, white positive light, and breathe out and let everything go. Sitting up, I'm going to lean my torso and shoulder and put my hand on that knee and pull towards. I just want to stretch those hips in every direction. All right, reach for that back foot. Don't forget to breathe and relax. Relax your jaw too. Sometimes we clench our jaw. Let go. Okay. I'm going to push my back knee into the floor. And as I do that, I'm going to take my hands, put them on the other side of that front leg, and then turn and twist my body as far away as I can, pushing that back knee into the floor. And then come back to face towards that front knee, still pushing that back knee into the floor. And I'm going to lift that back foot up best I can. And while you're doing that, that's my left leg that's in the back. So I'm going to push my left shoulder towards that left foot. Push that shoulder. Push your torso towards that back foot. Put the foot down. Lift up the whole leg. If you can put your hands behind your back, that's good. If not, you could brace yourself with your hands anywhere. Here we go. 3, 2, 1. Excellent. Now that back leg that's bent, I want you to come forward on that shin front shin and straighten that back leg. And bring that front foot down to a 45-degree angle, and then shift your body so you're on that leg. It's my right knee is in the front, and my right heel is on my left hip. And then I'll bring my hands up and push my chest and face is all going forward. And then if you can roll your hands to your forearms, or you can go all the way forward. There was a time when I had an injured meniscus, there was no way I could do this. So that's why it's okay to prop yourself on your elbows and hands or whatever is best for your knee. And relax. Deep breath in. Let go and sink that body into the floor. Excellent. Come back up. We're still on this same side, but now I still have that 45-degree angle with that front leg. I'm going to do the same thing with the back leg. And then I'm going to put my hands on my chest, or you can put them on the floor if you need to. And I want you to do circles with your body. Whee. If you want, you can put your hands on both your knees and try and keep the bottom still into the floor as you do those circles with the upper. Or even just on the floor, helping you to do circles as well. It just depends on your abilities. All right. Switching sides. Oh wait, before we switch sides, let's loosen those hips up first. So now I got my hands on the floor, my knees are in front of me, and I'm just going to drop my knees side to side. We'll do this before we roll over to the other way. Knees side to side. Whee! Those hips aren't going to have a chance to get tight. Suckers. All right, now we can go to the other side for the 90-90 hip stretch. Really try to stay true to 90-degree angles, even if you're looking at your ankle and foot behind your knee, even just going out from the side. You want just nice straight lines. Then you can put your chest down on that shin, as close to that foot as you can. Deep breath in and let go and sink into that floor. Nice and relaxing. Just trying to let go of the week so I can just go into the weekend with a clear mind. Sit up. My hand on my knee, and I'm going to attempt to pull that shoulder and torso towards my knee. This is super tight side for me. I'm actually feeling a pull all the way up the side of my ribs. Everybody's different, but take a look around. Are your 90-degree angles, have you altered them, or are they the same still? Let go. Relax. Sink in. Okay, let's reach for that back foot. Reach. I'm going to put my hands beside that front knee. I'm going to push that back knee into the floor and then just turn my body as far away as I can go while I'm pushing that knee into the floor. And don't forget to breathe. Nice relaxing breaths. Letting go. Let go of anything that you feel you need to. Something you've been hanging on to. Deep breath in. Let it go. Face towards that front knee. Still keep that back knee pushed in. And I want you to lift that back foot up and then push your shoulder towards that back foot. Foot down. Let's lift the whole leg up. If you want, you can put your hands behind your back or however you need. Here we go. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lay it down. My front knee, I'm going to bring that foot down to 45 degrees. Come down on my forearms just so I can straighten that back leg and come up onto that leg. Hands up beside the knees. Let the hips sink. Chest and eyes forward. And then bring your hands and elbows down. You can stay on your forearms, or you could reach forward and lie down. Deep breath in. Let it go. Let it all go. Let me come back up. Sit on my buttocks. Put my feet in front of me, knees bent. I put my hands behind me just to keep my body stable. And then I'm going to drop my knees side to side. Just want to stretch those hips a little extra. All right. Let's lie on our backs. Nice and slow. I even use my hang onto my legs as I slowly go down to the floor. I'm going to reach my hands above my head, arms by my ears, and stretch. I'm going to bring my right knee to my chest. Straighten out that left leg. Gonna sink into the floor. Deep breath in, fill up those lungs, fill up your tummy, and let it go. Keep in mind, when you live in a big city or a big community, you can sense all the energies around you. So let's just take in a deep breath of white light. Fill your whole body with it like a shield around all of your body, and let the negative energy out. And the white positive light remains like a shield, so you don't have to take on all the energy around you. Okay, turn your heel so it's hovering over your left hip, because it's my right leg. Now, let go of the heel, but grab that right knee and pull it towards your left shoulder. Trying to keep your shoulders square on the floor while you do this. Take that same leg, straighten it, and if you want, you could pull from below your knee or above your knee and stretch the back of that leg. Stretch that hamstring, or hammy. You can go whatever you want. And we want to just support that leg. So I got both my hands on that leg. When I run my hands down so it's on the outside of my thigh, I can anchor my left arm on the floor, and I'm just going to let that right leg go to the side, and I just have my hand supporting it. I'm just going to stretch the inside of that leg, which we worked on. While you're doing this, push your heel out and bring your toe towards your face. That's it. We're just stretching out that band on the outside and on the inside. Back up to center, both arms out at your sides, and drop that leg across your body towards the floor. Do not let your shoulders lift. And then back to center. Knees bent, left knee to chest, right leg straightens out. Breathe in that beautiful white light, so much so that your whole body is surrounded by it, and your whole body is full of light. That's your shield. That's a really good way. Now, let it all go. Relax. Blow that breath out. In with white. Release any negative energy when you blow out. It's important that you imagine putting up a shield, because especially if you live in a big city, you need to do that. All right, let's turn that heel so it's hovering over my right hip. And I have my hand on the knee, and I'm just kind of trying to twist the leg so I can stretch that hip. And let go of the heel, and I'm going to bring that left knee towards my right shoulder. Still keeping my shoulders square. I remember when I first would come to Calgary, because I lived in a small city, and I just remember I could feel the energy, and it was high every time I came here. So now I live here, so I'm surrounded by that energy all the time. So I need to learn to protect myself and learn to relax and let it go. It's easy to get wrapped up in it. All right, let's bring that leg center, straighten the leg, and then either grab your calf and pull it towards your face, or you could use the bottom of your leg. Me, I keep my knee slightly bent, only because I've had previous injuries and I don't want to hyperextend there. Still getting a great stretch, so not too bad important. Deep breath in, let it go. Resistance is futile. All right. Straighten that leg up to center. I got my hand on the outside of my thigh. My opposite arm is anchoring my body and shoulders down as I support that leg and drop it out to the side. I'm just protecting it because it's super tight and you want to be gentle when you stretch. Then I'm going to push my heel away from me and my toes towards my face. Bring my leg back up. Arms straight out at my sides. I'm going to drop that leg across my body towards the floor, keeping my shoulders nice and square on the floor. Deep breath in. One more big blast of positive white light. Surround your body, protect it. Blow out any negativity. It's so easy to get wrapped up in other people's energy. We have to let it go. Deep breath in, let it go. Come back to center. Bring both your knees towards the outside of your chest. If you want, you can put your hands on the back of your thigh or your ham where your hamstrings are. And if you can, straighten your legs enough so now you got a nice 90-degree angle. You're pulling those legs just to the outsides of your chest. We're just stretching and opening up our lumbar spine, the bottom near your tailbone. Just spreading those suckers apart, giving you relief. And if you can, you could grab the bottoms of your feet and pull it down, and even just pull those knees apart a bit, just to open up that spine a little bit more. Let it go, let it go. And relax, roll up. Oopsie. And let's stand up. All the way up. One more toe touch. Chin to chest. And let it go nice, slowly towards the floor. I'm just going to go down and I'm going to let my arms hang. And I have slightly bent knees because I like to protect my lower back, I find, and I don't want to hyperextend the back of my legs. If your arms are dangling, you could do like the shape of a rainbow and just go side to side in a rainbow shape. Back to center. Hands on your feet. And let those hands roll all the way up your body as you stand up. Nice and slow and controlled. As I come to the top, I push the top of my head towards the ceiling, and my hands are going to be towards the floor. Deep breath. Let it go. Nice.